So according to TradingView, Xpeng's market cap is officially higher than NIO's market cap. What the hell is happening? And what is the reason why Xpeng is higher than NIO? What the hell is actually going on? But let's talk about Xpeng's turnaround, and is that going to happen with NIO? Last year, Xpeng hired Ying, which used to be the president of Great Wall Motors, and she is from traditional auto. As soon as she came on board of Xpeng, she made a lot of swifting changes to cut costs. For example, immediately after taking the helm, she fired 10 of the 12 higher management people. She took swift action. She told Xpeng's founder that cost measures were getting out of hand, and that's really hurting margins. For example, the chairs that they were using are overpriced by like 1,200 RMB or something like that, were just way too expensive. The cost of supplies for the parts on the G9 were 25% over the market value. She told the founder that when they were shipping cars to Europe, the people responsible for the job came out with the plan of shipping in containers, which is 70% more expensive than just tied down shipping. And if she wasn't there, that would have been passed and they would have been shipped in containers. She also came out with the excellent plan of scaling down, especially in those lower tier cities where they have only a couple of sales in total. That's not even enough to cover rent on the showroom and the store, but instead use a dealership approach and put the burden on a franchisee. There's a lot of cost saving measures that she's implementing. And thanks to her actions, Xpeng was able to reduce the price of the 2024 G9 by 15% whilst maintaining lots of the good stuff in the car and even adding to it. And Xpeng G9 orders are absolutely flying high. Now imagine if NIO was able to reduce their car prices by 15% across the board. That would put the ES6 at 287k RMB, and it will just sell like absolute crazy. Holy moly, man. So kudos to her, but most importantly, her actions will, of course, help out with margins, but most importantly, help out with investor confidence, because they know that she came from a traditional auto company and she knows how to run things the right way. This is the similar criticism with NIO. At the top for NIO, unfortunately, NIO doesn't have someone like that helping them out. Not to say the guys at top aren't smart or they're not capable or competent. They are very smart, very competent, they're visionaries, and they see 20 steps ahead. However, when it comes to experience running a car company, it's not there. They need the help. And this is what a lot of these sales reps here in China have been telling me. All right, of course, they're not gonna criticize upper management. They still want to keep their job, but they see me as a possible outlet to vent this anger. What NIO really needs is a person like Ying, someone who came from traditional auto, who knows the ins and outs of this industry and knows whether or not NIO is perhaps getting ripped off by a supplier or a partner, and who can advise NIO to make the cost-effective decisions going forward. A lot of you guys are also very fed up with management. You guys are saying fire management. No. That would be a bad mistake. Instead, get one person with a ton of experience at the top to help advise and perhaps even trim the excess fat. But also, most importantly, make decisions based on shareholder value. Because a lot of you guys have complained in the comments as well that it seems like shareholders are just being used to get cash for the company. And I've actually also maintained this stance in the past as well, briefly, but perhaps I should be more active in my communication with upper management, because I do have their contact info. These guys, I've done interviews with some of these guys. I don't want to take credit, but some of the changes might have been from me. But for me personally, it feels like it's a little bit too intrusive to tell them what they should do when it's really not that much of my business. But at the same time, I'm thinking, for the betterment of the company, I perhaps should. But the other side of me tells me, hey, Mr. B, just mind your own business, man. Make your videos. You're just a YouTuber. You're just a new owner that, chillax. But it does infuriate me a little bit that NIO has fallen to third spot. Before NIO was head of the pack, market cap was higher than Li Auto, higher than Xpeng, higher than those two combined. Now, NIO's market cap is lower than both of them. Part of this really has something to do with investor confidence, but part of me feels obliged to at least represent my subscribers and voice the concern. But the other part of me just reminds me, hey, I'm a nobody guy. I'm a nobody, I'm not even a member of the EP club, On my NIO profile, I'm only a NIO user navigator, and that's it, nothing else. And that's the thing with the culture here in China. You're taught to be obedient. All right, so the people down low, they're never going to stand up to their bosses unless they want to get fired. So it's very different culturally from the West. In the past, I have given some of my recommendations. For example, back in February, March, when NIO came out with a free NIO pilot for first-gen vehicles when they were trying to do clearance on those vehicles, that, of course, made a lot of NIO owners extremely pissed off, and I that was one of the few times I messaged the upper management people and told them, hey, this is really gonna hurt your community. Don't do this. Stop it. And then also, perhaps, the way to do it would be to let them try it for free for 1 year or even 2 years. And perhaps if they really like it, they might even buy NIO Pilot after the trial period and getting more revenue for NIO. It's a big win-win in the end. And they quickly pulled the plug on that thing. For NT 2.0 vehicles, they came out with that idea. Hey, why don't you try NIO Pilot Plus for 1 year or 2 years for free? Before it used to be 2 years for free. Right now, it's 1 year for free. How much of that came from me? Who knows? I'm not going to take credit for it. I always had a list of things that I wanted to tell upper management. But I just thought, what? Mind my own business. NIO's going to survive. No problem. Let them do their own thing. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that I should, well, I guess like this video if you guys really think I should share my harsh advice and harsh things that will really turn the company better, but are a bit harsh to the upper management people. Like this video if you think I should do it. Now, of course, most of the things that I would recommend to management has to do with the sales and marketing front. There's a lot of things that I've been seeing and I'm paying attention to that I think really needs to be changed up. But, of course, nobody's bringing it up to upper management. So maybe I'll do it. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.